Welcome back. Noha Daoud. Noha Daoud is a winner of I Read Best-Selling Writer Award for the year 2020 and 2021. She's an Egyptian novelist born in the UK and graduated from Faculty of Engineering at Cairo University. She worked in her field for several years before she was flooded by her passion and she found herself writing her first crime novel. Noha obtained diploma in creative writing from the American University and was distinguished by mixing the social aspect that touches the heart with the mystery that inflames the enthusiasm of mind to become the first writer specialized in this field in Egypt and the Arab world. From her released novels Murder in the Hotel, Cinema Scene, Murder on a Rainy Night, and The Murder of Mrs. H. And we are joined today by Mrs. Noha Daoud. Hello and welcome to Nile Cruise.
Thank you.
Well, Noha, first of all, before we get into any questions written for us here, let me ask you, from engineering, Cairo University, one of the top universities here in the country, one of the top fields, engineering,
Yes.
the most difficult to writing novels
Yes.
in English. So please tell us what happened.
I enjoyed my journey with engineering for about 19 years, but I felt that I have reached the end of my career. I have reached the end of my journey with engineering, and I felt that I need a new experience to...
What was your specialty in engineering?
It was communications and electronics.
Electronics.
Yes.
Okay.
Then when I began to write, I found it was a passion for me, and I found it's a new era for me, a new experience, new challenges, new people. So as if I'm going to begin a new life. This was very interesting.
Now you only write in English?
I write in Arabic.
In Arabic?
Yes.
And English?
I am looking forward to
Okay.
translate my novels into English, but
Okay.
not yet.
Before Dina asks a question, I'm not going to ask a question, Dina.
It's okay.
But I like the titles. Murder on,
Yes.
murder of,
Yes.
murder in. So
Yes.
very interesting.
Yes, yes.
That's crime.
Very definite, you know.
That's
Not to be missed.
investigation. All right.
Yes.
Noha, of course, you chose a hard topic to write the crime novels. Crime novels usually starts with a crime and ends with a surprise.
Yes.
And to connect all the clues together, it's not an easy job.
Yes.
So first, why did you choose this hard topic to write in, and how do you find it so far?
Okay. I was passionate with crime fiction since I was a kid. I like to read crime fiction novels and watch crime fiction series. Okay, I was...
You watch Colombo?
Yes, of
Okay.
course.
Okay.
Of course. Then when I began to write, I enjoy reading crime fiction, so I wanted to give my readers the same experience. And there wasn't a lot of crime fiction writers here in Egypt, so I felt that I want to be a pioneer in in this area. This is why I chose crime fiction. And crime fiction is very close to engineering. When you think of it, it has a system and architecture, so you can plan the crime till the end. So I feel that my...
There's a problem and you want to find the solution to the problem.
Yes, and you have to
Investigating
put
the
a lot
crime.
of clues, then end these close them. So just
There is
like
scientific
programming.
methodology
Yes,
in reaching
yes.
a
So
conclusion.
that is why my engineering experience had helped me to write the crime fictions with a methodology. This is why I've chose crime
To
fiction.
connect the clues together, you use the scientific way.
Yes, of course, yes, because I can forget some clues that I have put in the beginning of the novel if I didn't plan it well. So I need to make a very good planning at the beginning of the novel, write every clue and how it's going to close at the end. So it needs planning, yes.
Yeah. So how many novels did you write, Noah?
6 novels till
6.
now.
So
yes,
I
they
have
are
4
published.
here. Tell us about the other 2, their names.
There
We have
is-
Murder in the Hotel.
Yes.
We have Murder on a Rainy Night.
Yes.
We have Murder of Mrs. H.
Yes.
We have the the cinema scene.
Yes.
That's the 4 we
The
have.
last one is The Crime in the Building 47. This is my latest novel. It is here in the book fair. and there is a one named Reda, or you can translate it as satisfaction or something like that.
Okay.
But they are all crime fiction novels.
Okay.
Okay, Noha, how long does it take you to write a book, and do you rely on events that happen in real life, or it's only fiction?
It is fiction, of course, but it is built on realistic events, of course. Timing varies from a novel to another. At the beginning, my first novel, which was Crime in the Hotel, it took me 1 month to write it, but I couldn't repeat this experience again, and I think it's the luck of beginners. My latest novels, maybe a year for each one. It is also related to the coronavirus and the kids at home. I can't have enough time to write, but we can say from 4 months to a year. This is the timing. What was the second question you have asked me?
And about the fiction and the realistic events.
Yes, I try to bond my novels to realistic events or places. My first novel was in Hurghada, and I think it was interesting for people to live this experience in an old hotel. I'm planning to write a crime that happened in El Gona festival. During the festival, they will discover a body. Yes, I try to bond the readers with the events.
And the victim was a celebrity?
Yes.
Okay, very interesting.
Very interesting, yes.
So do you have a favorite book out of your 6? One that you really like, you personally?
Okay.
I'm not going to say the bestseller.
Yes.
Your favorite.
This is a good question,
Yeah.
because if you ask me what is the best one, I cannot say, because the readers even yes, vary. But for me, yes, Reda, which I talked about, it is the most favorite for me. Yes.
Can you tell us, I mean, the theme? The main
It
theme?
is about revenge, how you can live your life just for revenge, and how this can ruin your life and make you not be aware of God's gifts for you. And I love this theme much. Some readers felt it was a harsh theme, because even if the protagonist had a lot of injustice in his life, he had to revenge for, and then I felt this was fair enough to pay for his crimes, even if he had injustice in his life. So this was a message that I wanted to
Right.
Noha, you are a winner of I Read Best-Selling Award for 20 and 21 the years. How do you see this boost for your career?
Yes, it was a great boost, alhamdulillah. First of all, winning a bestseller encourages readers to buy it and know why was I a bestseller. So more readers are going to read my books. This is a part. And another part, publishers, because publishing is not that easy here. So when publishers know that there is a bestseller writer, they will support her project as well as bookshops, because sometimes my novels weren't available in all bookshops. Now bookshops are asking for my novels because I'm a bestseller, so it was a great boost, alhamdulillah. Yes.
All right. I wanted to ask you a question, Noha. You know, there are types of, first of all, the difference in your view between Agatha Christie and the writer of the Sherlock Holmes
yes,
character.
Arthur Conan Doyle, yes.
Okay, there's certainly a difference that
yes,
you as a
there is, yes.
Expert in the field can tell us and tell the viewers
Yes,
about the
yes.
main difference you believe between the two great writers.
Yes, they're both British writers, okay? And Arthur Conan Doyle was before Agatha Christie. Arthur Conan Doyle had made something legendary, because he has invented the character of Sherlock Holmes. It's a very famous character. Till now, they make movies and series about this character in all languages. So we have to say that clearly, that Arthur Conan Doyle has made something very marvelous in the crime fiction. But Agatha Christie, as I said, she had put a social plot. She was very interested in the criminal mind, in the criminal psychology. This is something deep that I like for Agatha Christie. Arthur Conan Doyle was just made a very interesting character of Sherlock Holmes, but he didn't go deep into the characters, the crime, the criminal minds of his novels. So this is the main difference I feel between both writers.
Noha, you know that the technology is now everywhere and it's being advanced on a daily basis.
Yeah.
The younger generation now is not like before.
Of course.
They're always having devices in their hands and they want to read a quick note and they move on. As a writer, how do you see or what's your advice for this younger generation to sit down and read a whole book?
This is a very challenging era for us as writers because, as you have said, readers are used now for the social media posts. They can scroll down for hundreds of informations in maybe 10 minutes. It is not easy to keep them interested in a book. So I have to make my books very interesting and very quick in the writing or in what's happening in the book. This is something. The other thing, on the other hand, that I have to respect this technology and reflect it in my novels. The funny thing is that my latest novel, Crime in Building 47, it begins with technology as the protagonist discovers weird colors on her GPS screen, which leads us to the adventure in the crime and in the novel. So yes, I have to respect how technology is reflecting on our society and reading as well.
Noha, some of the books that we read about crime, or the movies or series that we watch, you know, have a very logical conclusion. I mean, the reader or the viewer would say, yes, I expected that he or she would be the culprit in the end. But others, you know, it's the person that you think the least about turns out to be the one. Sometimes there are clues left, strong clues, sometimes a very small clue. I mean, your books, which style do they cover?
It covered both styles because you cannot just surprise the reader at the end. He will feel that you have
tricked him.
Yes, this is not a comfort feeling for the reader, or not a comfort experience.
Yeah.
The best experience is, yes, to give him a suspect that he never suspected him, but at the same time he has to say to himself, yes, I saw that clue, but I didn't understand. I saw that clue, but I didn't figure it out. This is the best reading experience for a crime fiction novel, and this is what I try to give. Both lines, the line of the suspect that he wouldn't think of, and then
or the person that is that you would think is definitely innocent,
yes,
but
yes.
and you portray him or her as, you know, as an angel,
yes,
but there's something evil about them.
Yes.
Another question, please, and it's regarding Murder on a Rainy Night.
Yes.
I personally really like the title.
Thank you.
Really. So tell us, I mean, about the details. I'm sure there are a lot of details in your books. And when I get a title like this, then I feel that, you know, you are playing a bit of, I don't want to say horror or, you know, fear or something, but a rainy night, a cold, I don't know, you tell us.
Catchy title.
Yeah. So tell us about that specific book.
Yes.
And in a bit of detail, if you can.
First of all, naming any book is a great challenge, and it's not easy to just choose a name that is catchy, but it doesn't say a lot because it's a crime fiction. You cannot say a lot. In the Rainy Night, yes, I like to choose this name because the crime happens on a rainy night. And the rain, at the end, you figure out that the rain has played a very important role in pointing out the criminal, because at the end we figure out that he had rain and a lot of water on his clothes that should point at the beginning for the criminal or who did this So this is why I've chose this name. And it is a family crime, as we can say, because it is a crime that happens in a family, and the head of the family is killed, and we try to know who has enough hatred to kill such a good man.
Okay, Noha, Cairo International Book Fair, of course, is a very important event that takes place annually. This year, what is different about this exhibition? And as a writer, how do you see the way of displaying the books? The visitors go from pavilion to another, how they are interested in the whole exhibition.
The book fair is our festival as writers and as readers as well. Since it moved from the old place and came here to Tajamma, it has been much better. We enjoy it. It's more organized and a better experience for the readers and the clients to come and choose their books easily. Also, the open area outside, it's very nice for families and friends to gather out. So
more
I
spacious,
like
I believe.
Yes, and has more services too. It's more organized, so it makes a very good experience. The only part that we miss is the nostalgia, of course, of our childhood in the old book fair where we used to go. And I'm very proud to be a writer and be a part of the new experience for the families and readers who come to this marvelous place.
All right, Noha Daoud, the winner of the I Read Best-Selling Writer Award for the year 2020-2021. Thank you very much for joining us. It's been a great pleasure.
Yes, me too. I enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Noha, very much. And we're going to a quick break, so please stay tuned.